Oh my word. Oh, oh my gosh. That is so pretty. I put 4 palettes up on my community tab in a poll for you to choose which one for me to use in this Get Ready With Me style video. I am very surprised at your choice, which is the Cosmic Brushes Smoulder Palette. Although this is a beautiful palette and I am super excited to use it today. The other choices were The Legend of Land and Sea by Question Beauty. I actually thought that this was going to be the one y'all choose. It is a beautiful palette. This one came in second place. We also had the Norns palette from Odin's Eye. This as well is a beautiful color story. These palettes are from my 90 unused palettes that I need to get used up for this year. And the other palette is a Pat McGrath Labs. This is Mothership 1 Sublime. Look at that blue, y'all. Very, very pretty. So this is going to be a typical, very chatty, get ready with me type video. This is not going to be a review of this palette. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. Typically, I try to at least have some sort of topic, but my mind is just kind of all over the place, kind of like the state of the world. So I think that we will just discuss whatever comes out my mouth. I'll be just as surprised as y'all are. I have already put on my lotions, potions, and serums and such. I have done my base face, and I will have all of those products linked down in the description box below. So now that we are up close and personal, I don't know why I haven't thought in prior videos to zoom y'all in a little bit so you could see what I was doing. I did tightline my eyes. I like to tightline when I do, before I actually start to put the makeup on. That way, if I've made a mistake, I can buff it out and I'm not messing up my eye look. So I'm going to start off going here into Kindle and use that as a transition shade. And I'm using my Nikki LaRose BK Beauty N13 brush. That shade is the same shade as my eye primer. Just about, yep. That's okay. So the first thing that comes to my mind, because I have had quite a few comments recently on my videos talking about the 90 unused palettes, quite a few people have commented that I should stop buying makeup, that I should donate my makeup and not declutter it and throw it away. Not that I feel it necessary to explain myself. My makeup collection is not a vanity collection. I did not buy all of this makeup for vanity purposes. I purchased this makeup because I have a YouTube channel. If I did not have this YouTube channel, there is no way in hell I would have all this makeup. Next, I'm going to go here into Flushed. And I'm going to concentrate that more in the front. Although that's not doing exactly what I wanted it to do. But that's okay. It'll be a good foundation shade. I really want the front of my lid to be a little bit more pink. Let's go here into Intimate and add some of that pink. When I bought all of these eyeshadow palettes, I bought them under the premise that I was going to do a review of them here on my YouTube channel. But I have realized recently that I don't think I like to do makeup reviews. That kind of seems to be an oxymoron since I have a beauty channel, right? But I mean, there are tons of channels that do reviews. And how many times do you need to see a review of a palette. I much prefer to show you how to use the palette, not so much about the review of it. Because sometimes I think that people buy eyeshadow palettes because they love the color story and then they don't know what to do with it. So that's kind of why I like the get ready with me type videos too, is just to show you what I would do with the palette. It has been my experience so far that most brands, in my very humble opinion, sometimes seem to fluctuate in their formulas. So one palette may have an exceptional formula and the next one may feel a little bit different. So reviews, and y'all let me know in the comments. Are you here because you need another review? Seriously. So all of that to say, I purchased all of this makeup to use on my YouTube channel, not as a vanity matrix, because I could have, well, I was going to say I could have 3 or 4 palettes, but at this point, because now I'm used to having a variety and I love variety, I would probably still have to have 12 to 20 eyeshadow palettes, to be honest, just so that I could have that variety. Am I going to quit buying makeup? No, I'm not. And, you know, one lady commented that everybody is struggling with the way that the world is and people losing their jobs and people don't have money and everything is going up and, you know, people are struggling, and how dare I purchase all of these expensive makeup palettes? Well, you know, it's my money and I can do whatever the hell I want to with it because I work hard. I work hard for my money. And I am going to do whatever I want to with it. And I hate that people are struggling. I hate that. Whether I purchase an expensive eyeshadow palette and show it to you is not going to change that. Hopefully, people come to my channel and find value, and it brightens their day a little bit. Because I'm not trying to talk you into buying every single piece of makeup that there is. Hence the reason I'm not a review channel. Will I review some makeup? Probably. Probably. I have been trying to do a wear test on a foundation. It's not going good, y'all. Let's be honest. It's not going good. So now I am going to go into Spontaneous, which looks gray but blue. I don't know what's going on with that shade. These shadows are powdery. They have quite a bit of kick up in the pan, but I'm not getting any fallout whatsoever. I want to keep this shade more towards the outer half of my lid, if possible. So the biggest reason that I bring up that my eyeshadow palette collection is the size that it is because I don't want y'all to judge your makeup collection based on mine. And I know that sometimes, not everybody does that, but sometimes people will do that. They're like, oh my God, she has 100, I have almost 200 eyeshadow palettes. And I have 2. Good. Good. And if you want 200 eyeshadow palettes and you have the means to buy them and want to buy them, buy them. You know, as Andy would say, nobody is the boss of you. Do what you want to do. That's not coming out exactly the way I wanted it to. Still looks pretty, but I'm going to take a different brush. This is a BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy This is the A502. It's just a little bit smaller and not quite as fluffy. To see if I can't concentrate that just a little bit more. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So on the subject of my channel not being a makeup review channel, I am realizing that I am a multi-dimensional person. I like multiple different things, different topics, and I don't know. I sometimes I know y'all have noticed recently that I have done a few topics that have not been, what is happening there? That have not been makeup based. I really want to empower you, not just through makeup, but to empower you to feel empowered, to feel better about yourself, to love yourself, and to be more confident, and to live your best life. That is really the gist of my channel to begin with. And you can do that through makeup, because makeup can be very magical and messy. So you're going to see more videos with those types of topics that are not going to always be centered around makeup. Makeup can be a shield, I think, sometimes. Sometimes when you're not feeling your best, you can put your makeup on and it just lifts you up. It empowers you. If you let it. For me, makeup is not a vanity thing. I put my makeup on strictly for me. I don't do it to look good for anybody else. It's all about me. Is that even? I'm going to take that same shade, Spontaneous, and run that under my lower lash. That shade is very patchy on me. I think I'm going to go back into that pink Intimate there and put some of that under my lower lash as well. So I'm curious, let me know down in the comments. Did you vote on my poll? And if you did you vote for this palette? And tell me, if you voted for this palette, tell me why you voted for it. And also let me know, do you own this palette? Or, that's pretty. Or is this a palette that you have been looking at and wondering about to buy? I feel like I want my outer corner to be a little bit darker. I don't know whether I want to go into this black. Maybe into this shade. I don't know that I want to go full on black. That shade is called Ashes. I'm going to take that same Angie Hot and Flashy brush and just tap some of that in, just in the outer corner. Okay, yeah, that's looking better. I don't know why that Spontaneous shade looks so patchy. I don't know if it's actually patchy or if it's user error. And see, that's part of my issue with doing makeup reviews. Is the palette not performing, or am I the problem? Because trust me, I can be the problem. I know. I put my makeup on every day. It doesn't go perfectly every single day. Oh, that looks so much better. But I feel like most channels do reviews, and they're actually first impressions. because they haven't really spent a lot of time with that product. I think you have to use a product for quite a while before you can actually review it. And I know that Erica Conger, I'll link her down below, she talked about people doing reviews, and the review was actually more a personal opinion. I'm going to use the Specular. This is a sparkle and shimmer glue base, and it's from Divina Cosmetics, because I'm getting ready to do a shimmer next. I think that sometimes they can't help but to give their personal opinion. I mean, they are the ones that are using the product, but they probably should say, in my opinion, or this is my opinion. And I do believe that a lot of channels may get a different outcome from using a product, you know? I mean, it depends on so many things. Like you can you see how wrinkled and crinkly my eyes are? So makeup is going to play different on my eyes than it is on somebody who's in their 30s and has a smooth eyelid. I did not just wipe my finger on my pants. I didn't. I was supposed to do one eye first. I know not to do both of them, but for whatever reason, I did both of them. But I think it's good to share your experience with a product based on what your skin is like, because maybe there's somebody else out there who has skin similar to mine and wants to know how a product is going to play on that. Like in my earlier videos, I don't normally put mascara on much anymore, actually on camera. But before, when I did, I would talk about, you know, look at the creasing. And again, my eyes are crinkly. There's going to be creasing. I would lift my eyelid up to put my mascara on because otherwise I would get mascara all over me. And I know that that helped people because other channels talked about it. So I know that that was helpful. Okay, I'm going to go into Ignite, which is this shade right here. Let's swatch it, because I was drawn to that shade from the beginning. Their shimmers are so soft. Oh my word. Oh, oh my gosh. That is so pretty. From right here, it looks blue to you, but I can see this beautiful green. But then there's the teal and then the pink. Oh my gosh. That is gorgeous. Oh, gorgeous, I'm here to tell you. Okay, I'm going to use a rougher brush to pick that up. And hopefully my glitter primer is not so dry that it won't hold on to it. No, it's fine. I am seeing some fallout now from that other shade. You see, like this, I have to stretch my eye out. You know, do what you gotta do to get your makeup on. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Oh, can y'all see that? Oh my goodness. I hope that that's showing up on camera the way I can see it in my mirror, because that is just beautiful. Let me quit oohing and ahhing over that. I feel like I have a little fallout happening. I always put my base face on first. My eye look does not go well if I don't put my base face on first. It feels incomplete and I get discombobbled. It helps me to figure out what it is that I'm going to do. So now I feel like I need a little something in my inner corner, and there's not really, well, we could do Swoon. We could do Swoon, which is right here. Let's swatch that and see what that looks like. That's very pretty. That is just a very, that's this one down here. That is like almost like a topper. Again, I'm not wiping that on my pants, Mom. I promise I'm not. Let's see. I'm going to take that same brush. I'm not going to put any glue because I just want it to be soft there in the inner corner. That is kind of flaky though. Okay. That went on pretty good. It is a little bit more sparkly than I wanted it to be. I love the first shade, Ignite. This Swoon looks like it has more glitter in it than the other shade. And I am not a glitter in my eyeshadow kind of girl. That's what that looks like. Let me turn my mirror around. It's not bad, but definitely more fallout with that one. Of course, I didn't use the glitter primer base, but that's okay. I don't mind having sparkly cheeks. It really does not bother me. I just beam and glow wherever I go, you know? All right, I'm going to take this little Rose and Ben. I love this little brush. This is a E27. Do all brushes start with an E? No. Okay. Squirrel. I'm going to go here into Shy, this shade here, which is a very light pink. I would rather have somewhat of a shimmer to put in my inner corner, but I'm going to put this in my inner corner and see if it brightens it up enough, and it's not. But since I've done it on one side, let me do it on the other. Very powdery. Okay, so I'm going to get my everyday palette, and I'm going to use my shimmer from out of this palette. It is called Stardust, and it is a Makeup Geek, and y'all can see the pan. I use it all the time. I love it so much. I'm going to be so sad when it's gone. It is the perfect amount of shimmer, not just for my inner corner, but I also put it on my brow bone because that area for me, I like to lighten that up. Even though they tell you not to do it, I don't care. I do it anyway because it's my face and I'm going to do what I want, you know? I love that brow highlight there like that. It just makes me happy, and that's the most important. I feel like I need to do some blending. It does not look even to me. That Spontaneous shade is just not working well for me. But again, it could be user error. It could be my eye primer. It could be lots of things. But I don't know. These matte shades do seem to be just a little powdery. But I'm able to make it work. I'm going to do my lashes and put on a lip, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap this up. And another thing, while I put on some lash primer that I just thought of. Sometimes how your makeup applies has, not sometimes, I'm going to say 90% of the time, how your makeup applies depends on the brush you use. Here's something that I have noticed. As I have cleaned them, they are becoming dry. And as an artist, not a makeup artist, but as an artist, as in acrylic paintings, mixed media type art, I have a lot of very expensive art brushes. And I know that I have to condition my art brushes. So I was thinking about that the other day. I am going to buy some brush conditioner for my eye makeup brushes because I notice I can tell how the brush feels, that it feels dry. When my makeup brushes feel dry, they don't apply makeup in the same way. So I am going to get some conditioner and condition them so that I can bring them back to how they were when I bought them. Doesn't that look weird? This is Essence, by the way. It is so good. I've used the Lancome Sills Booster, and this is way better. This Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer is the bomb. I love it. Anyway, when your brushes are conditioned, they're not so dry and brittle. It helps you to apply your makeup better. Okay, I'm going back again. And this is my completed look using the Cosmic Beauty Smoulder Palette. Very pretty, cool tone eyeshadow palette. Quickly, let's just swatch some of these other shades just so that you can see what they look like. That one's pretty. Very, very shiny. So we have we have Embers, Magnetism, Charmed, and Perfect Match. And I'll just put them on my hand real quick so that you can see how pretty that Embers, that's this one right here, is very pretty. Very nice. I do like this palette. I need to play with it some more so that I can get a good feel of what it can do. Like I said, I wasn't real impressed with that shade. Was it me? I don't know. Do I have a hair? Probably. It's real life over here, y'all. So I think I will probably put this in my Shop My Stash and continue to use it so that I can get a good feel for it. I swear there's a hair somewhere. Either that or I'm going crazy. Both are likely. At any rate, I hope that you enjoyed spending some time with me and listening to me ramble on and on. Let me know down in the comments, what kind of videos are you interested in? Are you just looking for makeup reviews? Are you tired of makeup reviews? Are you tired of makeup altogether? I truly want to know what kind of videos, even if they involve makeup, is your soul looking for? Because I struggle with small talk. I like to deep dive into things. I love deep, meaningful conversations. I'm here for you. Truly, that's what I'm here for, is for you. So let me know down in the comments what kind of videos you really are interested in seeing. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. If you enjoyed my video, please show that like button some love. Give me a hype. It really will help out my channel. Share the video. That always helps as well. And as always, I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are, and we are all beautiful at any age and any size. Find something to be grateful for today. Pull your makeup out and play with it. And if you have a few more minutes to spend with me, YouTube thinks that you will like this video right here. I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay. Love you. Bye.